Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Namaskar. Welcome to Hinduism In Focus. We continue our discussion on Bhagwan Krishna and his life and teachings taken from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which will culminate in the celebration observance of Krishna Janmashtami to be observed on Wednesday 24th. Don't be fooled, don't be misled. If you have a doubt, go to your Pandit, let him show you the Patra. They are all in English, 5 of them Patra in Guyana in English. You will see there that Janmashtami is the 24th of August. So we'll talk on the Lord's birth and his works. They are divine. So the divine nature of Bhagwan Krishna birth or Sri Ram, or the Lord's birth for that matter, and his activities is a deep and divine secret. Only the Lord knows that secret. The birth of Sri Krishna is divine. It is what we call superphysical and miraculous. This divine secret may hardly be known to 1 out of millions. We try to know it, not because we cannot, it is beyond us, we must not make an attempt to understand what he's saying. One who has grasped it, we say that person is a liberated soul. Bhagwan Krishna says of himself in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse 9, Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vedati tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti suarjuna. So through Arjuna, Bhagwan Krishna is telling us, one who knows the essence or the truth of my birth, that is, that my birth and my activities are divine. That person, when he abandons his body, that person is now subject to come back, return to this world. But that person comes to me when we know in reality, that is reality, we call it God realization. Those who do not know this secret often say that it is neither possible or nor is it conceivable for the unmanifest Lord, we call supreme reality, to come put on a physical appearance. For these people say that God is omnipotent and he is supreme and so on, that he cannot appear in a human form in a particular place, in a particular body, at a particular time. So there are other contentions also as regard the avatar. But all these contentions and so on arguments need not cause any alarm. For it is quite natural for anybody not to believe in something, even in our daily life, without having proof, but with tangible proof. But you know, God is not a physical phenomenon, something you can see, feel and touch and even understand. And he cannot be proved in a laboratory. The divine law being is altogether a different entity altogether, which requires a different method of dealing with it, a different kind of proving. The only right way, the only right road recommended to understand it is love, bhakti, and shraddha, vishwas, faith and belief, and constant devotion, worship of God. A vision of the divine is possible only for him who is endowed, who is blessed with this eye of bhakti. When the Lord shows his divine form to Arjuna, that is his four-armed form, he made it clear to him, Bhaktya tvananyaya shakya aham evam vidho Arjuna jnatum drashtum cha tattvena praveshtum cha parantapa. It is only by exclusive devotion that I can be perceived in this form, that I can be known in reality and even entered into it. A little consideration of the matter will show that this is quite reasonable and possible. We know from the Ramayana of Tulsidas and Valmiki, the Lord appeared in Ayodhya through the earthly or physical body of Mother Kaushalya. He also chose the body of Devaki to make another appearance, and significantly this was done in a prison cell. We have numerous evidences in scripture to show that the Lord appears whenever and wherever he likes. On one occasion, he chose a pillar that is a post of a building. He came out of a pillar before Bhakta Prahalada. Why did he choose this way a pillar? Prahalad's father, Hiranyakashipu, doubted the very existence of God. He not only doubted but challenged Prahalada to prove the truth of God's existence. Prahalad told his father that God is everywhere and in all things. So the father mockingly asked Prahalad, does he exist in this pillar? And in saying so, he is striking the pillar with his sword. Yes, God is also in that pillar, said Prahalad. So saying, the Lord in the form of Narsingha appeared out of the pillar. So Prahalad was one of the greatest bhakta of the Lord. For this reason, he is called Bhakta Prahalad. His exclusive devotion proved the truth of the Gita verse just quoted above. It is only by exclusive devotion that I can be perceived in this form. But we have the Murti form of Bhagavan Krishna Rama. We regard them as his actual form. They are life, they are full of power, of glory, of Shakti. They are full of mercy and love in that Murti. Approach those Murti of Rama and Krishna with that love is just as we have the physical form. And so he says the both of the forms are divine, and so this Leela also are divine. We have also the case, we recall a similar situation with the appearance of Lord in the Treta Yuga, as Rama. That when the Lord appeared before Mata Kaushalya, it is recorded in Ramcharitmanas, Bhaye Pragata Kripala Paramadayala Kausalya Hitakari Harashita Mahatari Muni Manahari Adbhuta Rupa Bichari. So the gracious and compassionate Lord revealed himself before Kaushalya with 4 arms bearing the conch, discus, mace and lotus. When Kaushalya saw this, she said to him, Mata Puni Boli Somati Doli Tajahuta Tayaharupa Ki Jai Shishulila Ati Priyasila Yahasuka Paramanupa. Kaushalya said to the Lord, he called him son, abandon this form, dear son. Become a child, a baby. I want to play with you. Play those games which are dear to a mother. So when Vishnu Bhagwan, when he heard these words, the Lord became a child and began to cry. in this way the Lord appeared to Mata Devaki also in the physical form in prison cell. Upasanhara Vishwatman Nado Rupam Alaukikam. O Lord knows as this Krishna to be the soul of all beings in the Srimad Bhagavata. He descends here for the welfare of the world and looks like an embodied by his Maya, his elusive power. So when Sri Krishna appeared in his troop of physical divine form, Mother Devaki addressed him thus: O Lord of this world, conceal this form of yours, this Vishnu form, with 4 arms adorned with conch and lotus, etc. So on being requested by Mother Devaki, Lord Krishna or Vishnu Bhagwan at that moment concealed his 4-armed form and put on a form of a newborn baby. It yuktva siddhar irastushnim Bhagavan Atma Mayaya Pitro Sampashyato Sadhyo Babhuva Prakita Shisho. Having said thus, Sri Hari became silent, and by his own power, before the eyes of his parents, appeared as a human child. This clearly proves that it was a manifestation of the Lord, an appearance of the Lord in his 4-armed Vishnu form, and not as a birth. The Lord, pointing out the divine nature of his coming into being, says in the Gita, Ajo api sanna vyayatma bhutanam ishvaro api san prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavam yatma mayaya. So being unborn and imperishable and the Lord of all existences, I, standing over my nature, I become manifest by my divine power. Such is the greatness of that Lord. So who can doubt, who can compare that mystery with the coming of that Lord? Join us tomorrow as we continue this discussion leading on to Janayamashmi on August 24th. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.